والسلام عليكم واهلا بكم في حلقة جديدة من كول وفضل. والنهاردة معانا أليكس فيرجسون، وهي طالبة في تانية أسنان في جامعة كرايتون، وهنتكلم عن الاختلافات بين دراسة طب الأسنان في مصر وفي أمريكا. بعتذر عن سوء جودة الإنجليزي بتاعي، وده لأني أديلي فترة مش بستخدمه، وأتمنى الحلقة تعجبكم ويلا بينا. Okay, let's start. By the way, my name is Mohamed Fadl. You can call me Fadl. I
But
am Egyptian and live in Minya. It's a city in Egypt, in the Upper Egypt. And
yeah,
I am in the final year at dental school, in the fifth year.
you're a fourth year.
Fifth year.
You guys do 5 years?
Yeah. No, actually it's 6 year in Egypt, but the last year it's just a practical year, not academic. There is nothing academic in this year, in the last year, in the sixth year.
Really? How
Really?
interesting.
Yeah. So let's start by introduce yourself.
Okay, I am Alex Ferguson. I am a D2 or a second year
Yeah.
out of four. So we have 4 years here.
You are in the
And
second year.
yes, second
Yeah.
year of 4 years.
Nice.
Um, I am 25.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what else?
So I wanted to tell you something. You are in the second year and you are 25. I'm in the
hmm
final year and I am just 21.
That's insane. Okay,
Really?
so
Why
I,
there is a big difference?
yeah, so how we do it is we first go to high school. High school is from the ages of 14,
To 17.
17 or 18, depending on when you were born. 13
3 years.
or 14. No, it's 4 years.
High school?
High school,
Yeah.
mhm.
Hmm.
High school is ninth grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade.
Okay.
And that's from age 13 or 14 to 17
Hmm.
or 18. So once we're done with high school, then we go to college or university.
Hmm.
University is 4 years,
Hmm.
freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Once you are a senior,
Hmm.
then you can apply to dental school and you hope to get into the next year. So you are about, let's see, 18, 19, 20, 21. You're 22 when you apply to dental school.
So, what you did study in the
In college?
university? Not in
Yeah.
dental school. In the university in the.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And, I did, so the first 2 years you do general studies. So that's your English and literature and history. You also take organic chemistry and regular chemistry, physics,
Mhm.
anatomy courses. I was a biology major,
Mhm.
so mine were more science based. So
Mhm.
I had comparative anatomy, biology of vertebrates, plant
Mhm.
anatomy, which was useless. I hated
Mhm.
that class. Uh,
By the
physiology.
way, we had studied these subjects in the first year at dental school.
You did all of those the first
Yeah,
year.
plantology, zoology, and anatomy, and something like that. Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's like you like right after high school, you decide, okay, I'm going to go down this path,
Mhm.
and it's just all one path.
To make it easier to our viewers, can you tell me more clearly, if I was a student in a high school, in the last year of high school, what should I do to join a dental school in your state?
First, you would have to apply to a college first. You would take a test, either the ACT or the SATs, to get into a university or a college. Um, and then you would be accepted, and that's when you do your 4 years.
This after the high school.
This is after high school. Yeah.
There is no relation between this test and high school or your percentage in high school.
Right. You don't, your grades don't really matter until university. You could apply your third year of college or university, so that, because it takes a year for the application process, so that when you actually get accepted, you have that summer break and then you start dental school in August. That makes sense. So you would apply your summer of your junior year to dental school. You would wait a whole year, and then you would find out December of your senior year to start your first year of dental school the next August. That sounds really confusing.
Really? Again, after the test, ATC test, I think.
Oh, no. So ACT is for high school to get into college. And then to get into dental school, which would be like, you take this next test 3 years later.
Wait a minute. I take the ATC test, then I enter the college.
ACT to get into college.
I enter the college.
Yeah.
What should I do then?
Then you would do your 4 years of university, where you get your biology major, you get your organic chemistry, regular, all your general subjects.
Yeah.
And then at the end of your 4 years, you'll take a test, the dental admissions test, the DAT. And then you find out if you got in or not.
Just then you join the dental school.
Yes, but it took me 2 years to get in. I didn't get in the first time, so it's very competitive.
Yeah, you can repeat the exam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
You can repeat it up to 3 times. After your third time, like if you need to take it a 4th time, you have to ask permission. I don't know. You have to ask permission to do it.
Okay, is this all free? There is no fees for that?
Oh no, you got to pay a lot of money. So, high school was free for me. College or university it all depends. It depends on what university you go to. I went to a state school, so mine was probably $10,000 maybe
per semester. Altogether?
No. Per semester would probably be $3,000 per semester. And I went, you're supposed to, like, you can go to a university and do 4 years, or you can go to a community college first, which is usually local and smaller and cheaper. So for me, for the cost, I went to the cheaper route, and that could be like under $1,000 a semester. Sometimes it'll be, I think, maybe $800 a semester. So I did 2 years of that, and then I went the more expensive route the last 2 years, because the community college is only 2 years. So then I transferred to a bigger university my last 2 years, which was more expensive. So that was probably like $2,000 to $3,000 a semester.
That's cool. So, by the way, the aim of this podcast or episode, I want to compare between the educational system, specifically in the dental school, between your state or USA in general, and Egypt. Do you want to hear to our educational system? Yeah,
of course. I feel like it's super different.
It's very complicated, and by the way,
more complicated.
Not the more complicated, but I can say, by the way, all the system or educational system are free here in Egypt. Yeah.
I forgot to tell you, dental school. So once you do those 4 years. Dental school is also a lot of money. So mine per year
Yeah.
We have 4 years. Per year is $100,000.
And I think you spend a lot of money on your tools and something like that.
That's included. That's
Yeah.
included in our
Yeah.
tuition.
Mm.
So at the end of this, at the end of the 4 years, it'll be $400,000.
Mm-hmm. That's too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So the fact that it's free for you guys is just mind blowing to me.
Here in Egypt, we have two kinds of universities. Governmental universities, which is free, and private universities, and which has a high fees, and has a low minimum acceptance percentage.
Yeah, we do too.
Yeah. To join a dental school or any college, after the high school, you get a certificate of the high school. This certificate has a percentage for the last year only, the third year only, not
Like
the
your
first.
grade?
The last year in the high school. This percentage, your result in the last year in the high school only, not the first, not the second. Then each student should write something like what can I say in English? A list of colleges that he wants to join. Like, for example,
Okay.
I want to join dental school at Cairo University, dental school at Minya University, at Ilza, whatever, and other college if you want to medicine, whatever. Then each college pronounce the minimum acceptance percentage of its college. Cairo University maybe the minimum acceptance percentage in it is 99%.
So a lot. Everybody gets in like that?
Yeah. Here in the last year in Egypt, there is a lot of students get 100%.
So are they only accepting people who have 100%, or are they accepting?
According to a number of students, how many students write dental school, and the number that the college can accept. You get it?
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Just so different.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's free.
Yeah, I can't believe that it's free. So after high school, you have 6 years of dental school.
Yeah. 6 years of dental school.
So how is that separated? How is it like the first 2 years is just studying courses, next 2 years is like lab work, and then the last 2 years is with patients?
Not like that. First 2 years, first year something, as I said before, general subjects like zoology, botany, anatomy, something like that. Second 2 years, you studied subjects in medicine school.
The what?
Medicine school.
Medicine.
Yeah.
Okay, medical school is what we call
medical school. Yeah. And the last the last 4 years. Not 4. The last 3. The last 3 years, you just studied dental subjects, something like operative, endo.
Yeah. So it's like college or university and dental school are put together.
Medical school here in Egypt is 7 years.
So, but you only do
7 academic years.
Wow. Okay.
So
medical school for us would be the same route as dental school. It would be 4 years.
I think 7 medical school in USA is also 7 academic years, I think.
Well, it's 4 years of university, 4 years of medical school, and then after that, it's if you want to specialize, you have to specialize in internal medicine, which is going to be another 3 years, or
another 3 years.
Heart surgery, it's another 4 years, and then 7 years on top of that. So like for dental school, it's 4 years and you can practice. For medical school, it's 4 years and you have to do something else.
Yeah.
So like for dental school, it's 4 years and you can practice. For medical school, it's 4 years and you have to do something else. to specialize.
The same here. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I could tell you what how our dental school is separated. So we have the first year is it's called didactic courses, which is physiology and
The first year in dental school.
first year
Yeah.
is physiology, gross anatomy, histology.
But I wanted to say something. I think the first 4 years in the university are useless.
They are.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. 100%.
So.
But you know what? You know what? I am grateful for them, and I think a lot of people are, because you change so much in those 4 years. You could say that you want to be a dentist your first year, and then by your 4th year, you're like, I don't want to do this. So you kind of grow and you realize what you actually want to do in life. So I don't mind them. I feel like you start college at like 18 or university at 18. That's a lot of growing that you have to do.
So you didn't feel that you waste your time in the first?
Of course, I feel like I wasted my time because there's so many classes that I did not need. I kind of do wish that it was like I knew that I wanted to be a dentist when I was in high school. So, but I think people really don't decide that they want to do dentistry until probably their like third year of college.
Okay. So to pass a semester in the dental school, there's exams or just researches?
No, we have exams about once a month, I would say. Depending on the class, sometimes once a month. Lately, for our second year, it's more midterm and final. There's just 2 tests. But our first year, it was probably about every month. It'll really all depend on the class. For physiology, we had it like every 2 weeks. Biochemistry, we had it every 2 weeks.
And there is a final exam?
There's always a final exam, yeah. Sometimes it's just those last chapters, and sometimes it's over those last chapters and also everything you've already learned.
Research? There is a research to pass the semester?
Research is kind of like an extracurricular. My school doesn't emphasize it too much. It's there if you want to do it, but you don't have to do it. Our first year, we do have 1 semester of research, but it's a group project. And if you want to continue it, you can, but you don't have to. And then also our second year is mainly in the lab. We have a lot of lab work where we learn how to do your drilling and filling and doing fixed prosthodontics and removable partials. And so that you're in the lab a lot, and we're learning everything that we would send off to a lab to do, but we're doing it our second year.
You spend the first and the second year in the lab, and the third and fourth with the patient in the hospital.
Yes.
That's right?
Yeah. The third and fourth year are we do have a couple of classes, but not as much. And we're mainly in the clinic.
So after the dental school, does the government provide a job for the dentists?
You have to find one. So you
have to search.
You have to search. The government doesn't do anything. You have to travel and find an office that you would see yourself working in, and then hope that they're looking for a dentist. Or a lot of people just go to their parents' offices, which would be really nice. That'd be really nice to be like, I already know where I'm going to go. I don't. I would have to do like not application process, but do a job search, kind of like get on LinkedIn or something. And I'm not really sure.
Here in Egypt, it's different because government provide a job for you in the public hospitals.
So there's only private dental offices here.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have anything in the
There's no dental treatment in public hospitals?
no.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to go to a private dentist.
But this will be very expensive.
Yes. I see it as normal. Maybe it's not normal to everybody else, but I looked up some of the averages because I'm not in a dental office, so I'm not sure, but I did look up some of the averages. Let's say a filling for a tooth, that would be anywhere from $150 to $250.
250? 250?
Yes.
There. Oh my God.
Now
For a composite restoration?
For composite, yes, composite would be the middle road. Amalgam, I believe, would be a little cheaper. And then if you want gold,
how much amalgam?
probably 90.
Oh my God, $90?
I think, yeah.
That's
what
too
it says for the averages.
expensive. Here in Egypt, it's about 100 Egyptian pounds, which is equal about $20, I think, or less.
What?
Yeah. And
Wow.
composite restoration about maybe $500, which is equal, I don't know, but I think $50.
Wow. And also a lot of, not a lot, but the best of the best is, the gold restorations, and those can be thousands depending on how big the restoration.
I think it's, we can say, obsolete. No one use it now.
People here do, and a lot of people at the dental school do.
Really?
There's one person at the dental school who does it, but I would say it's obsolete because people can afford it. Because it's very expensive. I mean, you're talking thousands for gold.
And it's doesn't look nice.
Sorry?
Doesn't look nice. It's not aesthetics.
No, it's not. I mean, they look pretty, but I mean, I don't want it showing here. Like,
maybe in the posterior teeth, yeah. Yeah, maybe.
But it's not going to be in my...
in the anterior, right.
Right. Anyway, so then I was looking at like root canals. It says the average is $1,100 to $1,500.
That's too much. In Egypt?
Oh, just wait till we get to implants.
Just wait a minute.
Just wait. And then for crowns, it's the same thing, $1,100 to $1,500. And then for implants, you ready?
Yeah.
3,000.
3,000 per one implant.
One implant.
Oh my God.
And usually that's just for the implant. And then, so you have the implant, and then you have the crown on top of it. And the crown could be 600. It depends what kind of material you use.
In Egypt, root canal treatment may cost 1,000 Egyptian pounds, which is equal maybe 50 or $55.
Wow.
And by the way, we have great dentists here, really.
So is it universal health care? Like you have like health insurance, and health insurance pays everything, or do you pay everything out of pocket?
This costs in the private dental office, not in the public hospital.
So the public is free if you have insurance?
No, actually, public hospitals here doesn't provide any kind of treatment, just extraction only.
How much are extractions?
maybe 10 Egyptian pounds, which is equal 15 pennies, something like that.
Oh my gosh. I think an extraction would be the cheapest route for us as well, but you're probably maybe $45 to $50 for an extraction. Depending if it's an easy, like a simple extraction, like comes out in one piece, then $45, $50, depending on where you go. Or depending on where you go. Now, if it's a surgical extraction, let's say the crown pops off and you have to like get the drill and dig it out, you're looking at probably 100, maybe.
Oh my God.
And at that point, like, you know,
So
maybe a bit cheaper.
So, how can dentists in your state make his private dental office?
How do they make one? Most of the time, it's kind of like handed down to you. So let's say what my hope is to find a dentist that is about to retire and just take over his practice. That'd be ideal. But if you want to start a brand new one, I'm not too sure on what you have to do. I mean, you have to buy a building. You have to get all. I think it'd be so expensive.
I think you can hire apartment or something like that.
I think it has to be like a business, like what do you call it, a commercial business?
Yes.
But I think it'd be way too expensive. You would have to get the chairs and all of your equipment, and I think just get it. I don't know. I feel like it'd be really expensive. I'm not too sure on it. I'm not at that point yet, so I'm not.
A younger dentist can't afford the costs of private dental office.
Not to open one right off the bat, right afterwards. I don't think. I mean, unless your family has like $1 million to spare.
Maybe let's say later.
Definitely later, once you're established. But right out of dental school, it would be very, very expensive.
So let's go to the next one. Does it worth to spend a lot of money in your dental office? Does the earnings after that equal what you had spent?
I think it depends on the office. It depends. It depending on how much money you make a year depends on your patient flow. So if you only have a couple of patients coming in and out, you're probably losing money. If you have a huge patient flow, you could be making money. I feel like a lot of dentists are kind of like meeting right, like because you have to pay all of your hygienists and your assistants, and then probably the rent on the place, and if any instruments break or any machines break. I think one of the dentists that I work, or one of our professors at the dental school, I think he said, in order to break even, he has to make $350 per chair per hour.
300?
$350 per chair per hour. So depending on, let's say you have 3 chairs, 3 people are sitting in them, you have to make $350 off of each person to break even. But that was for his office. I don't know. Honestly, it's different for every office, depending on how many patients you have coming in.
By the way, here in Egypt, patient flow in a new private dental office is very low.
Very low. I would say so too. That's why I personally want to go to an office that's already established, that already has their patients. So it would just roll over to me. Like he would work with me like the first couple of years, maybe even the first 5, 10, whenever he wants to retire. I get to know his patients, and then he retires, and then I can buy the business from him, or I'm not really sure how that works. So
I want to ask something about dental hygienists. Does the dental hygienist graduated from another school than dental college?
Yes, so dental hygiene school, you can go right after high school, and that's 2 years.
Just 2 years.
Just 2 years and all they do is clean teeth.
By the way, here in Egypt, there is no dental hygienist.
So the dentist also cleans.
Yeah.
Well, we have to learn it too. Like I have a cleaning on Friday that I have to do. We have to do, I think it's 2 cleanings this semester that we'll have to do. So we learn it as well. But when we get out, we can hire someone to do it.
Okay.
And then you also have dental assistants.
You have what?
Dental assistants.
Yeah.
So you have the dentist, dental hygienist, and the dental assistant in your office.
We just have a dentist and a dental assistant.
Well, I mean, like, honestly, if you think about it, the dentist could do it. I mean, why I couldn't say? I think it just kind of saves time because some people just need a cleaning and there's some people who need operative work. So the dentist is only on the operative side and the hygienist is on the other side of the office. And to get their like yearly checkup to see if they have any cavities, the doctor will like pop in over here. Okay, you're good. And then go back to his operative work.
So the difference between dental hygienist and dentist, just the dental hygienist can make scaling.
They do scaling and polishing, fluoride treatment. That's it.
Cool. What else? Okay, that's question talking about that the dental treatment in the whole world is very expensive. So you had told me that the dental treatment are very expensive in your state also, right?
Well, also there's ways around it. So like our dental school has it's like, I think once or twice a month, it's called One World, where people who can afford it, afford to get their teeth done, they'll come in and you have to wait outside. And if you're not seen within that amount of time, okay, we'll come next week. You can get free treatment done on those 2 days. And then also most bigger towns have a free clinic and they would only do extractions and that would be for free.
In your hospital, or I can say a hospital of your college.
Sorry, say that again?
Each college has a hospital in it. Right?
No, there's only some, like, so our building, our first floor has like 300 or 200, I can't remember if it's 200 or 300 dental chairs on the bottom floor. And that's where we are considered a hospital, but there's no medical doctors there. It's just dentists. So
the patients who enter this first floor, where is the chair are, they should pay to have a treatment?
You don't pay for anything until after everything's done. So once you go into the clinic, get everything you need done, they'll tell you around the prices, and then the student will walk them. So my question is that there is a patient go to your college to have a treatment? Yes. For free or? Discounted. Our school it's like a discount rate. Let's say it would be like half the cost of a private dental office. But I think it should be free because they are dental students, not dentists. Yeah, we're practicing on them. Yeah. By the way, here maybe we need to pay to the patient to practice on them. Towards your fourth year, which would be our last year,
Yeah.
you'll have boards and you'll have to pass your boards. And part of your boards is finding patients to do a class 2 composite or amalgam restoration, and to make sure that those patients are there, because if they don't come, then you fail. So that's when they'll pay them to come, to make sure that they are in that chair so that they can pass their boards. That's the only time that I know that they would pay for them. Or if you knew them, they'll pay for them. Or if you just really have a kind heart and you actually have money to, I don't have money to pay for people's treatments, but some people do. So, and they might do that requirement, so they would pay them to come. So it's not that it doesn't happen. It's just sometimes it does, sometimes not. It all depends.
So I think there is similarities between our educational system.
Definitely.
Maybe the big difference in the transition between high school and dental school. But at the dental school itself, I think there is a big similarity. Yeah,
for sure. The first 2 years would be didactic courses. The second 2 years in the clinic.
Yeah. I have a question. When does the academic year start?
When did the academic year start for university or dental school?
In dental school?
The first year. So like the first day we'll have or first 2 days we'll have orientation. The third day.
No, I mean within the year. In which month?
Oh, August.
August 9th? Yeah. That's the 9th month?
That's the 8th month.
8th month, yeah.
So the first semester will be August to December, which is 8 to 12.
August to December, 3 months?
September, October. 4.
4th. And the second semester, another 4th?
January, which is number 1, to May, number 5. But we only do half of May. We'll go to like the 15th of May.
And there is about 2 weeks vacation between the first and second semester?
2 to 3.
Yeah,
2 to 3.
The same here.
And then we'll have 2 weeks off in May, or the 5th month, and then we'll go through the summer. And then we'll have 2 weeks off in July, and then we'll start back in August.
Cool. Here we start at 9th month, which is August, September. Yeah. And each semester take about 3 months.
Okay. And then you have like 2 weeks off, and then you start again.
What?
You have like two weeks off, and then you start the next semester.
Yeah. And the summer vacation, it's about 3 months, I think.
Oh, so you get summer off?
Yeah.
That's fair. We have 2 weeks in May and 2 weeks in July.
Studying or vacation?
2 weeks off, completely off. We don't have to do anything. And then 2 weeks in July, we could go on vacation or something. So we'll have.
And the rest of the summer are studying?
Yeah, we had class.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so, we had this summer we had removable partial dentures, which we just had our final today.
Yeah.
We just finished.
Yeah, that's cool. Then so you study the whole year?
Yeah, we do. That's why it's 4 years. cram it all into one. Like we cram it all in.
Oh, so I think this is the end. And
Okay.
I'm really very happy to call you. And inshallah, the next time, maybe it will be for another subject or
Yeah. If
yeah.
you have any more questions, you have a list of questions. Like we can do this again.
Okay, that's very nice. And I wanted to thank you. Do you want to say anything?
No, I think you've covered it. I really enjoyed doing this. It's really cool to see how different other countries are. So this is
Yeah.
really cool. So I'm glad you did this. So thank you.
But I think
Whatever I
practicing in the lab more interesting than studying academic subjects.
It's a nice break from studying.
Yeah.
But let's say you're almost done with a project and you trip and you fall and it breaks and you have to start all over.
Yeah.
It's just hard. It's you're just like, you know what? I just want to go home.